Hello everybody, Rudy Fruity here, and I am back with a video to talk about how to spend money in Azur Lane. And I know Azur Lane is a very free-to-play friendly game. You really don't gotta spend any money to make progress in it. But if you want to support the company that makes it your star, or if you want to get some of the skins for your lovely waifus, this is how you do it and the options you have in terms of the amount you want to spend, okay? So here we are at the main menu, and we are going to go to the shop, of course. And you can see we have two major options here, skins and gems. They do this because primarily you're going to be spending your currency on your real money to get gems, to get the skins. Another thing I would really recommend using gems for is if we go here to items, you could get a dock expansion, which if you're going to be playing this game for the long haul, you're going to need some dock expansion, because if there's like over 600 ship girls in this game, and if you want to collect them all, or even a majority of the like super rares and stuff, the events, you're gonna want to expand your dock every now and again. Now you do get gems for free just by playing the game normally, and those gems I highly recommend using it for the dock space or for the dorm space, which if you don't know, let's leave the shop really quick. Let's go to HQ, and we got the dorm here. You see the dorm is a nice little decorated spot for your ship girls to hang out and just chill out and collect XP and also morale. And you could upgrade the amount of slots you have to have ship girls in the dorm by spending gems. That's another thing that I would recommend to spend gems on. Now, of course, again, earlier I said to only spend the gems you get for free in the game on your dorm space and your docks expansion. So okay, everything else you see here that you could spend gems on, I really wouldn't recommend paying gems to get these, because for the most part you can get them for free just by playing the game. Like coins you get like just doing missions. Augments, category expansion, default expansion, you really shouldn't have so much of those things that you will need to expand your space for those. And quick finish you also get pretty easily. Again, if you do your daily missions, which I have a guide for, you should get +3 cubes every single day. Okay, so you really don't gotta spend cubes as long as you're logging in every day doing the bare minimum. You'll get 3 cubes. Okay, and the promise ring is something you might consider. You know, so this it boosts the affinity level of a ship girl past 100. So when they get promised, the affinity goes up, and also their stats get a slight boost. That slight boost does kind of matter in the very late game stuff. So if you're a late game player, or you're a sweat, you're a whale, you probably want to get a promise ring at some point. But there are other ways to get promise rings, like they give them for free like every once in a while. Okay, so that is going over what you could spend gems on as far as items go. And of course you want to spend gems to get skins. Of course, this is up to personal preference. Whatever ship girl you love, and whatever skin you love, you know, you could get. They do have a variety of different skins, and they are all wonderful. They cater to very different demographics for sure. Okay, now to the real meat and potatoes, money. Okay, so what are you spending your money on? You're spending your money on gems, and there are a few ways to do it. They have this thing, the 6 options here, which I've already bought a few, where you could get a certain amount of gems depending on the money you spend. So $1 60, $5 300, $10 600, $20, $1200, etc. But a thing to keep in mind, which I really enjoy, is that if the first time you spend money on that tier of gem purchase, you get double the amount. So as you can see, I have not purchased the $40 and $80 versions. If I were to, I would get double the amount of gems. That is pretty enticing. As you can see, I have spent for the $1, $5, $10, and $20 versions. And that is because there are a lot of skins I really wanted to get. And I really enjoy this game, so I would love to support your store. Okay, so that's one option you could get. And the double bonus is a one-time per year. So they restart it, I believe, every New Year's, depending on the server you are in. I know for us here in the States, the server anniversary is like in August or September. And so at that point, they restart these double bonuses. So by that time this year, I will be able to spend, like, say, the $10 one, and I will get the double 600 gem bonus. Okay, so that is one thing to consider. And I would really recommend, if you want to buy something from here, just think about your budget. What can you afford to spend on this game, and go from there. Okay, and then another thing I would really recommend is the trade license. Now, the reason why I recommend the trade license is because it will give you 30 cubes over the course of 30 days. Now, I know I said earlier that you could get 3 cubes a day for free just by playing the game every single day. But if you want that little extra boost of cubes to, like, cushion your cube supply, this is a good way to do it. And you get 500 gems, and it restarts every single month, like every 30 days. So it's a decent exchange rate when you consider you're paying $8 for 500 versus paying another $2 for just 100 more. You know, I'm not good at math, but I think the exchange rate is pretty fair when you're getting 500 gems. Oh, my phone went off. Ignore that. Okay, also, so there are more options on how to spend money here. So we got packs. We have lucky boxes. Now, these lucky boxes come out along with every single event, which there was an event, like usually every month. Sometimes they have more than one a month. So, like in this case, we had a lucky box for the Bismarck Zwei event. They had a lucky box for that one. And then they came out with the party dress event, and they have a lucky box for that as well. So again, it's per event. In some events, I believe they don't have them because sometimes they don't release enough skins for those. Like reruns, usually I don't think the reruns have brand new lucky boxes. I believe they have the old ones available. But okay, looking back at the exchange rate here, we have $30 for really what you're buying is 2,000 gems. They do the 2020, like it's 2022 and 2023 because the year that event happens. Because last year, 2022 was the Exquisite Lucky Box 2, and now here we are, 2023, the Exquisite Lucky Box for 2023. Okay, so what do you get with this? You get a random skin from that event lineup. So whatever new lineup of skins are put out for an event, you have a random chance of getting any one of those, as well as 2,000 gems, 2 special, what are these called, blueprints, and then cognitive ranking chips, 20 wisdom cubes, 10 quick finishes, and 100 decor tokens. Really, the most valuable things here is the random skin and the 2,000 gems. You really, these are just like little extra stuff, really. So when you consider that, it's you got to think about, is this event, does this event have skins I really care about? is the majority of the skins I really care about. If so, I'd recommend picking one of these up when the event comes out. You know, these are only available during the duration of the event. Okay, because those 200 cubes, 2,000 cubes are pretty good too, because that affords you a live 2D skin and a regular skin, like not 2D. So that is something to consider as well. And yeah, I would recommend this depending on your preference. You know, if this event has skins you really enjoy, I'd recommend going for it. You know, it's a pretty good exchange rate there. So what else? Another big thing to talk about is the cruise pass. This is something they introduced a couple years ago, I believe. So I believe it's every 2 months they come out with a new cruise pass. You could pay $10. You get some pretty decent things. You get this skin for a character, and it really depends. Like, only for that cruise pass will that skin be available, as far as we know. So far, they haven't made those skins available in any other way. So you are getting a very exclusive skin, as far as we know. And then also you're getting 300 gems, 30 cubes, and all of this other stuff. Okay, really, those are the most valuable things here, I would say. Because everything else you could get just by playing the game. Okay, and it really does depend on how invested are you in the game, really. I mean, me, I just like to spend money for the skins I enjoy. As far as this cruise pass, I don't feel bad for missing out on any of this. And you don't really need this extra stuff. You really don't. It's very not necessary. So I would really recommend this only for people who really want to support your star, and you know, they can afford the $10 every 2 months, or even just once in a while, you know. So this you could kind of ignore if you are just looking at, you know, a couple skins that are available at the moment, and you just want to pick that skin up. You know, you really probably shouldn't get this. Okay, some other things here. They got these these packs you could get with exchanging for gems. I would not recommend getting any of them because these are all things you could get in the game for free. Okay, that's basically it. You know, just you don't really need any of this stuff. Not for your precious gems, anyways. The skill book pack, don't really need to get as well. Is this? No, this isn't free, is it? Yeah. The PR voucher blueprint, I don't even know what this is, but don't get it. I haven't got it. Don't get it. Okay, so one thing some people might be enticed by is the commander level boost. This really just depends. Like, if you know you're going to be playing this game for a while, and you, like, say you just picked it up for like a few weeks and you're like, yeah, I'm really into this, but my commander level isn't going up as fast as I'd like, you could get this. And it comes with a pretty decent amount of boolins, you know. The gold boolins are pretty hard to come by, sort of. But you get that boost, your commander level boost to level 70. Level 70 is when you unlock quite a bit of features for the game, and you get a chance at better rewards from missions. So that's why commander level 70 is pretty valuable. Okay, so depending on how fast you want to get there, you can just spend the $5 to get there instantly. I would say don't get it. That's my personal recommendation, because you can get to level 70 for free. You know, it's just a matter of how fast do you want to get there. And yeah, if you're logging in every day, doing your daily missions, and playing a little bit afterwards, you'll get to level 70 within like a month or two, I think. Maybe I'm being too generous, but it's not grueling amount of time. This Azur Lane is a game that's meant to be played over the long term. Okay, so we got these other packages you could pay money for. This is decent, I guess. Like, you could spend $1 to get 60 cubes and 2 cubes and the fast quick finish, and you know, you pay $1 for 60. Heck, I might get this in a little bit. because this you get 60 for the other $1 one and you get nothing else. So I'm like, what the heck, why don't I get this? Okay, so that might be decent to get. And then you get these commander support packs. They do come with a decent amount of stuff, but not 2,000 gems. I think that kind of matters. The 100 gems kind of hurts. I wonder why it's 1980. Was that when Yostar was found? That'd be interesting bit of trivia there. But anyways, yeah. The commander supply box is again just one of those things that I really don't think you need. Heck, all these commander support boxes and everything going on from here, I would say something you really don't need. If you're a whale, heck, you're gonna get them. But if you're just kind of, you know, keeping in mind of how you're spending your money, you really don't need any of this stuff. But if you want to spend money to get even more gems, even more supplies, go for it. But otherwise, you don't need it. Okay? And I think, wait, let me see. Did I cover everything? Yeah. And everything here in items, you know, I went over it earlier. You just need dock expansion. Okay, so yeah, that is everything here that you can spend money on in Azur Lane. So I hope this guide has been helpful to give you some direction on how to spend their money, some advice that could kind of guide your wallet to a more satisfying, fulfilling Azur Lane playing experience. So yes, I hope you have found this video helpful. What kind of player are you? Are you a fully free-to-play player yourself? And if you are, I kind of wonder, how do you resist the urge to spend money on getting the skins you want? You know, do you actually just spend your free gems on these exquisite skins? I really am curious about that, because I used to be like that. But then when I found out, like, you know, the dock space is more important, I should probably spend my free gems on that, is when I made the switch to like just spending my money here and there when I can for the skins. So yeah, what kind of player are you? Free to play? Are you a big whale? If so, how's that like? I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. So this has been Rudy Fruity with a spending guide for Azur Lane, and I hope you take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. All right, bye-bye.